What up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing today? It's your boy GRC. This is Crypto in the Morning. Let's get right to the chat. I don't care about the bear market. Yeah, I don't care about the bear market because I ain't got no money. No, I'm just joking. A-Bit's up in the house early. Wonder what he's doing. Crypto Bigfoot, Tyrannosaurus Hex, Eagle, KS, Tattooer, Tyrannosaurus Hex. Guys, KG, what a great show last night. KG's so open-minded. I love guys that are open-minded like that. You know, I don't know the ins and outs of the whole crypto space, but he's transparent and he's excited, and I love when people are like that. I like the excitement. Elliot, tea time. Ooh, tea time. That's a good transition into today. Fired up soul. I'm not going to dox this guy, but we actually went to school together as children. He's under and he was we played sports together, and now he self-taught himself how to do Solidity. So now he's in the crypto space. It's pretty cool. Guys, we're going to be talking about some special stuff today. It's some big stuff, and we got to remember what's important here, guys. I understand that the waves come and go for like the flow of marketing, stuff like Pulse Chain. You get a couple months back. Remember, guys, 2 years after the announcement, Hex, how well did that turn out? How well did Hex turn out? I bet there were people around 16 months that were saying, you know what? RH is just really pulling my leg here. You know, this isn't going to work out. I'm out. And then what happens? You know what happens next. And the same thing happens every market. And then there's guys on the feet that are facilitating more growth in the ecosystem. Those people are doing a lot. That is some of it, a lot of it is, you know, they're not getting paid for a lot of it. And they have made, I'm sure, good money from the products, but they're coming out of their hearts and their souls to really change the world. And that's what I like. They're doing actual work. They're flying around all over the country. I mean, what the hell? I didn't know these guys like 3 months ago. Now I feel like I could live with A-Bit. And like, you know what I mean? These are really good guys. They're trying to change the Pulse Chain Layer 1 marketing situation on the feet, make it cool. I love it. There's a golf tournament. I'm going to be there. Okay? I'm going to be live there covering it for KSB TV while they're not on the ground. Guys, this is going to be wild. You know, GRC, when they let him off the chain, you're letting me off the chain? Give me a camera. I'll be running around there having a good time. We're going to make this absolutely wild, guys. I'm going to make this fun. I'm going to try to get some of my friends to go to this. We're going to have a couple of videos. A-Bit, Patrick, Black Hexagon. We're going to go through everything that they want to present to you guys about the golf tournament, about the Million Pulse Tour. But before we start, let's bring it back for the newer people to what kind of work they were doing before, because I think that's really important to bring up, guys. 1 minute, 9 seconds intro song. DeFi Proof. Give him a follow. He's an absolute stud.
You already know what time it is. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Waiting on phone. Crypto in the morning. 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 Waiting on phone. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some hex and I'm making a stay. Got me some hedge on, I'm making it rain. Pay me some maxi and that's just in case. Jim ready sent me to show you the way. Crypto in the morning, 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 crypto in the morning.
Yo, what's good? I love that song. It never gets old here.
I like the end part where it's kind of just like, and I'm like, oh, they said my name a couple seconds ago.
Yo, quick question before we get into the awesome show that we have lined up today. How did you get into crypto? By somebody talking to you about it, or did you just see an ad?
Somebody talking about it, somebody in a separate group talking about it. So we were talking about dating in the group that I was in, but some of these guys in that group were getting more advanced and they wanted to talk about finances. And then I started talking to those guys. And then Dollar Cost Crypto told me that Hex was a game changer. and everyone told him to fuck off. Oop, excuse my language. Everyone told DCC to get out of town, and he said, GRC, look into this. He said, don't listen. Guys,
So that's the point, though, is what these guys are doing. We've got Hex Lion, Black Texan, A-Bit all coming on here. And what you just described is how you get into crypto. I got into crypto by chatting with you, right? And what we didn't realize is that that's the most effective way to actually influence people. So with what they're doing right now, going out and interacting with people like this is how you create the adoption, right? Adoption is how you're going to win in crypto. We know this is coming. We know that the landslide of people are getting into crypto on the regular, but how do we actually support the things that we support in driving adoption behind these things? By talking to more people. So I love what they're doing. You want to round this out and bring these guys in? A full house today.
How's it going, everybody?
we got KSB TV in the house. Let's go through one by one for the people that don't know you in here, guys. We could start A-Bit and work around. What's up? How are you doing? You guys are clearly Hexicans. I mean, you guys wear it on your shirts and stuff. So how did you guys all meet, and where did the crypto come into it? And then how did the Hex tour get started? And then you guys can just go through, if you want, who you are.
Well, I hope that a lot of Hexicans know me already, even though I'm not on your show. I'm A-Bit Hexican, A-Bit Hex, coming from Germany. And I'm a day one investor in Hex. I did invest in Hex because Richard Hart changed my life with the self-help books and videos. Like, I was a total mess before, and then Hex totally got me straight. Hex did everything for me. So I was in the Telegram chats, I was in Twitter, I was making memes. And then there was a German Telegram chat where Patrick was in. We became friends, and since then, basically, we have always been in contact, talking about Hex and our product that we love. Well, when we started traveling, because we were financially free, then at one point it was just boring for us to just be on the beach and drink alcohol all day. So we decided to do the 5555 tour. And today we will see a video and also a couple of pictures. And the pictures, they are really powerful because they show what it's all about. You guys were talking about direct marketing, and this is exactly what we were doing. We were talking one-to-one to the people, and the networks that came out of that, that's just magical, and are things that are holding on until today. So we did the 555 tour, and I was so sad when it came to an end. Like, I thought I would never be able to pull something up like this big again in my life, right? And then we thought, hey, why do we stop it? Like, okay, we cannot fund it ourselves, but maybe we can pass on the torch to the Hexican community. And if we get these and these things right, then this is an ongoing thing forever, basically. So we started doing the LLC, KSB TV. This allows us now to operate legally here in America, and this is what we want to do. We want to do the Million Pulse Tour, have it funded by the community, have the community speak, build up the equipment, have Jimrad cover everything, stuff like this. Like, it is from the community, and this is what it's all about. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about that, like you see.
Hell yeah, that sounds like an awesome
So
intro.
you made a bunch of money in Hex. You met up with some friends, and you decided, you know what, I want a little bit more. You know, you thought you had made it, and then you started creating again. You know, you started over in a sense, and you did this very hard thing. This is hard. You know, this is not easy. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even know what the heck you guys are doing, but I know it's hard. It's a lot of work. You're all over the place. So it's safe to say that, like, you guys could be, you know, doing whatever at this time, but you believe in what's going on here, and you actually want to support it rather than just going on the beach with the alcohol.
Yeah, one last thing here. So Patrick is also an early investor, right? But Kaylin is not yet, right? Like, she is not there, so she is getting paid. So why am I paying somebody to do something that I could possibly do as well? Because She does it way better than me, than I could ever do it. So Patrick is also paying her. Right? Why does he do it? Because, like, again, we need this kind of knowledge, and this is why Kaylin is our CEO. Whenever I have an idea, I go to her first and ask for permission, basically, if this is okay to do. And when it comes to the budget, then it's Patrick I asked. So I just wanted to show a little bit how the structure is in KSB TV. Kaylin, really, really important, the head of everything.
Can you want to talk? You want to? That's a perfect segue, Black Hexagon. You want to get in here and talk about being the CEO and your experience through the 555 tour?
Sure. So when I met these guys, I'm a Hexagon. I'm not a day one Hexagon, but I am before Big Payday, right? So I was super passionate about, the community, the project, and promoting Hex. And so when I found out that these guys were, doing this tour, I just wanted to support them. Like, I just wanted to come out and, meet Hexagons. I had been to the Hex meetup in Las Vegas, but I had my kids, so I didn't really get to like hang out, with the adults and stuff. So that's kind of more what it was about for me. My husband was making Hex music. I wanted to make a music video with these guys and just, hang out. But when I went to the event and I saw, just a few people in the audience, and it like killed me. I'm like, they're giving away over 5,000 Hex. 5,000 Hex, at that point, Hex was like almost 30 cents or probably 30 cents.
It's probably like $2,000 at the time.
Yeah. And I'm like, that is a lot of money. Like, for somebody with 3 kids, like, who grinded to get those Hex that I had, I was like, they're just giving it away and nobody is showing up. This is crazy. So like the next events, I'm like, I'm bringing my family, I'm bringing my kids. Like, my daughter even won, one of the giveaways because.
No way.
So on that first one, there was maybe 5-6 people there or something.
I would say that there was probably like 15 people there.
And you're like, wow, they're giving away $1,500,
right?
And nobody's after showing up.
Like, your chances are like pretty good. So I'm thinking, okay, Las Vegas is the first one, probably gonna get bigger. San Diego is my hometown, so like I just happened to be in Vegas, and then I was going home, so it just like meshed for me to go to the event. San Diego was much bigger, but the thing is that before that San Diego event happened, they were only supposed to go up to Ramona, right? Which is like up in the mountains. It's like, it's not San Diego, right? So I got boisterous in their group chat like right away, like, hey, you guys need a real San Diego. Stop. People will show up for that one. And that one was like way bigger than the Ramona one. The Ramona one was like where my daughter won, right? I was like, yeah, we got a good chance.
Do you have a background in any sort of organization stuff? I don't know the term because I'm a gym rat, but
right. So I actually have my master's in nonprofit development. So
oh wow.
I do organizational management. I ran 2 preschools, at elementary and a infant center for almost 15 years.
Oh my God.
Through
wow.
that all those organizations are owned and operated by the church. So I also worked with the church to do most of their event planning, whether that was weddings, funerals, carnivals. Like, I've done everything known to man. So, my background is in community work, right? And working for a community to do special events and programs. So when I fell in love with the Hex community, it only made sense for me to want to, contribute my skills in that way. COVID or, whatever, all that happening, that was changing the landscape of my career anyway. Me deciding whether or not I still was committed to, the education system, people wanting to do virtual schooling as opposed to, coming inside. So my opportunity was just there. And so when I went by the time they got to Los Angeles, I was just like, hey, I can help. And they were like, yes.
please, we need help.
Let's do this. So it took a while before they actually like put me in charge. I kind of just played my role, played my position, organized the workshop events. But, we grew as a team. We, were like a family, and we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And so we kind of, allow each person to do that.
That is awesome. So this is like a perfect fit for you because you have this background around this organizational piece of things. And it's awesome how certain things fit together, where somebody in a community, right, you see the opportunity to be like, I can contribute to this. Like, I can add value to this. And it's not that you're even trying to be like, hey, I want to be the CEO and fucking be in charge kind of thing. It was like, hey, I want to contribute. I like this. I enjoy what they're doing. I like providing value, and I'm going to do that. And then it just naturally leads to like, hey, we're all working together. We're all enjoy like bringing this to more and more people. Well, let's put something together and have a little bit more structure. Who's the perfect person to actually take the reins? And that's how you, that's awesome.
God took the wheel and made you guys meet. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that stuff is, you know, I don't, you know, God or whatever y'all want to call it. You know, that there is a little synergy in the Hex community too with all that stuff. That's at least what I find. Like, I started streaming with Sam, and like a week later, he's driving to the beach or the gym or something, and he passes the R8 and the Pulse, and he didn't even know what Hex and Pulse barely were. He was just like, we were just talking about it, you know, chit chatting back and forth, and he passes you guys on the road.
Awesome.
And I'm telling you, me and Sam have never met. And I've known him for 6 years. And I was talking to him about Hex for 6 days or 2 weeks or whatever. And then he's passing the first time ever. He's like, he would have never noticed the car if he didn't hear about it. He would have never, ever noticed it.
Don't say that.
Another car with another. So, but Hex Lion, Patrick.
Yes.
Where did you fit into all this? You met A-Bit through being early investors and probably chit-chatting back and forth. And then you guys became really good friends. And then you guys decided to make life have a whole 180 and say, we made it. Let's go push hard and do some work here. How did you get involved in wanting to do this and the Hex community and everything?
Sure. So I will go back a little bit in time. So I got into crypto in towards the end of the 2017 bull market. So in 2017, and did a lot of research back then. So I was introduced into crypto over a scam. You know, like give $15,000 and then you get like $3,000 back per month for 12 days because they do something with Bitcoin. And of course they broke down like after in January, like right after the bull market back then. And I did not invest into those systems, but that's how I got like introduced into cryptocurrency. And then I started to do my own research, and I already have like a financial money background where I just like to learn about monetary systems, like also fiat money or how gold and silver and all that stuff fits into that. And doing my crypto stuff in 2018, I was like, I really want to change from my industry, from the tourism industry, into the crypto industry. And back then, I wasn't just not skilled enough to get a job, and I still ended up in the tourism area for another 3 years. But in those 3 years, I had a good job where I had plenty of time to keep doing my research. And in the end of 2019, right before Hex started, I watched a video with Richard Hart again. So end of 2017, I watched this guy like the first time, bashing the IOTA founders, helping me not to invest into this shitcoin. And that's why like in 2019, I was like listening carefully, and he was like telling what he did the last 2 years. Developing Hex, and in 14 days for sure we are going to start. So I didn't have the time before where it was like this 4 more weeks time or 2 more weeks stuff. So I was there right on the point, and going ahead with my research when it comes like to the Hex smart contract. And I saw pretty early on that this is a beautiful written contract, and that nobody can like change the things how they are. And I was pretty sure that more and more people will get interested into the product of Hex, even if it wasn't the case back then. You know, like in the first months there was so much scam articles and all that stuff coming out. And going forward, I became also financially free throughout the journey of Hex. And now I don't rely on anybody else anymore, and I can just do what I want to do. And I like it to inform and teach people about how to be their own banks. That's why that is also our big slogan, and also like Crypto Sparbuch, in German, in English, it would mean like crypto savings account, where it's not only
I never knew that.
always for just one asset, where it's like be your own bank, how to get money back into your own hands.
Wow, that's cool. And then how did you get involved into the actual 555 tour?
Yeah, so Crypto Sparbuch Telegram chat was like my home in the launch phase of Hex. It was like the only chat room where I was allowed to talk about Hex. Obviously, like the Hex chat rooms, but besides that, all the other chat rooms, they like on a certain point they deleted me. And so throughout the launch phase, I saw Avid doing videos, and then Avid came also into our chat room. Then we chatted a little bit, and we had some private talks and so on. And then we decided, because we were both a little lazy, to group up and push each other a little bit and start the Crypto Sparbuch YouTube channel together with two guys in Germany, with Dan and Mars, who are more in the background. So Dan was the initiator and the owner of the Crypto Sparbuch Telegram chat, and Mars was the initiator of the channel, and Abid and myself are like the front guys. And then over time we came together to the first Hex meetup in June last year, and that's why the seed got planned. That's where we got to meet such an awesome community, a lot of like-minded people, like-minded people, and there the idea got born. Abid first was like, let's stay a little longer in America, because we both liked the country from the get-go, being in Las Vegas, and then it all extended a little bit, getting to know T-Money and Maddie and other community members, and then we got a little bit more pushed, and I also said like, if we go on a trip, I also wanted to compare it with some education, and in the end we drove around 20,000 miles and did 40 workshops.
That's awesome. There's a book that I read recently. I've actually read it twice. Who Not How, and it's by he runs a coaching company and talks about people being in like their zone of excellence or something, right? Where you're doing the thing that you enjoy to do, where you can excel the most. And you're going through and describing what you're talking about with your background in finance, right? And Black Hexagon, your background in the organizational piece of things and helping them be more successful in that. And then Abit, you're excellent at articulating a message to an audience and connecting with people. And when you bring people together and they're each on their thing, in a way, you mentioned it, Hex Lion, where the vision expands because you have people doing what they do good, like that. Like, I'm doing this, my piece, and this is what I'm the baller at this piece. And when you bring those people together, inevitably it expands because you realize a much bigger vision than what you can envision by yourself, because there's a team of like-minded people who are operating in that zone of excellence, and the whole thing gets bigger and bigger, which leads us into what we have now, which is the planning phase or the beginning phases of this another tour. Abit, you want to talk about this?
Before we go into this topic, before we can dive into the Million Pulse tour, let's dive into the 555 tour with some pictures that I've prepared. And then afterwards we watch a little video, and then everything will become really clear. So here you see already I have massive amounts of pictures, and we just go to the album that I made for Gymrat today. This here today is Phoenix and also Dallas, because those two events basically sum up everything that the 5555 tour was and the Million Pulse tour will be. So look, we were talking about Pulse Chain. When did we get the car, Patrick? I think like in September 2021, right? something like this. And we were talking.
You're muted.
Yeah, we got the car end of August, and we had the wrap done, and I guess at the 1st of September, 2021.
So from the beginning, we were also talking about Pulse Chain on our events, and here you see the car that Sam also saw at one point. This is an eye catcher, and of course, we want to have these kind of cars as well again on our next tour. But what it really shows is it's a group picture. And whenever the moment was right before the workshop, I was shouting really loud to everybody, "Hey, guys, let's do the group picture!" And then moments like this came along, and we have so many pictures like this, just showing hundreds of hexagons standing together, jumping in the air and stuff like this. So this is, I think this is not Phoenix, Patrick. Can you help me? Do you know where this is? Because this is already a bigger location. I think this is Dallas, right?
It looks like Dallas, yes.
And then in Dallas, this was the last part of the tour. Everything blew up. Like Kaylin did her job really well. Everybody was working hard. But the most important was that the Hex community came together, and then so many people came to our events. And here you see it.
Texas Hexagons. Yeah.
This Texas Hexagons, really, really strong community that we have over there, like filled up the room. And who is coming to our events? Like here you see not only hexagons, hardcore hexagons coming and bringing their families. At this point, it were no coiners. Those people had questions about everything. And it was really easy to convert them into hex. Because if you tell them, you're going to be your own bank, you have all your money in your own possession, if you make 38% yield, then they're sold.
Is that hex is the way?
I think this hex is the way, exactly.
Yeah,
so this is something.
My man.
That's awesome that you bring it up and that you realize it, because I believe back then he had a couple of videos only, right? We met so many influencers in the Hex ecosystem, and some of them, just like Hex is the way, we were able to inspire doing more. And I think this is another part that comes out of this whole thing. If you are on the tour, and I think like every hexagon should consider themselves, just like me, going on this next tour. Because what happened to my life? What happened to Hex is Way's life, or your guys? You are learning every day. You're hanging out with so cool people. Like, is he an OG? I'm pretty sure, but in other,
I'm not
pictures,
sure, but he loves Hex, and he is he knows a lot about crypto, and he loves spreading the word about the good project. I like talking to Hex is the way very much.
Yeah, he's not a day one, but he's early on, and to your point, yeah, he's very like motivated and like getting the word out there. Like, you know, himself,
exactly.
Hexbridge and I were working on, you know, the validator stuff to like help promote Pulse Chain. So like, and he's like been like leading that charge. So yeah, to your point, yeah, like
that's a dope.
But at the end, it doesn't matter. Like for me, everybody's equal. I couldn't even realize if he was OG or not, because it doesn't matter, right? Here you see though Jay-Z, one of the guys who helped us on the tour and providing his home to us. I was able there to sleep 4 days. Right, this took off something from our budget. Then our team was able now to sleep in the Airbnb. So this also helped, right? And then we did. You see the Welcome Hexagons. We did a big party there, casual meetup, and I brought my girl, of course. Like, guys, everybody who goes on tour and is next to a car like this will get girls. You have to realize that. I think somebody like Jimrat Crypto, for example, single, doesn't know what to do and is searching for love. Guys, go on tour and it will happen to you. At least this is my experience. And then here I want to put in this picture because at one point on the tour, like there were shields coming all over from different people, right? We had DJ Pollywood bringing his shield all the time, but all the OGs, they brought their own shields and they wanted us to sign it and stuff like this. So that was really, really interesting.
Yeah, those shields were great. So when the shields first came out, it was just like, I just had one and Motley like retweeted it out, and then like it was the bull market, so everyone was spending a lot of money and they bought like 54, and my friend was like, dude, you just like changed my whole business for the whole year. And I was like, dude, I didn't do shit. I was like, dude, I was like, these hexagons are wild, man. They're wild, man.
So what do we see here? Kaylin at her job to get all the information of everybody. And this is actually a really crucial job because here we give away the ticket to win 5,555 hex. On the Million Pulse Tour, we want to give away 1 million pulse. So this will be a really important job again. And we do not have anybody who would do such a thing right now. We are still looking for hexagons, helping us out with their time, you know, sitting there doing registrations, setting up equipment and stuff. So this is definitely a shout out for everybody. Feel free to contact Kaylin. Just go to KSB TV And
give it very, Kayla, can you put in or can you share an email address or like something where people can reach out to you, and then we can put it into the chat? Like, can you put it into the private, and then we'll share it to the both of the channels?
And guys, if you come to these events, like, you're going to be in these pictures, and you keep these are really good. I'm just going to say this from someone. I like pictures. They're really good quality pictures. You keep these pictures forever. You know, these are going to be people that you know in a long time. And you're going to look back at this stuff and you're going to be like, oh my God, we were having a good, we were doing our best. You know what I mean? You guys were trying, you guys were crushing it, smiling ear to ear with the families. This is what Hex is all about. It really is.
Bro, you see a baby, a Hexicans, they're bringing their babies to our events because it's all about family, you know? So this is just one
question on this. So because there's going to be people who either are watching now or who are going to watch, who would love to contribute in whatever way is appropriate for them, in whether maybe it's financial, maybe it's a sponsorship of some sort, maybe it's coming there just helping greet people and signing them in, or help facilitating the organization piece of it on the set. Like, what type of things are you looking for, Black Hex, that can help you, grow this vision, right? That has already expanded, as Hex Lion said, but how do you take this vision now so that it has a 10x on there and is much, much bigger? Like, what types of people do you need to reach out to you? What do you want them, like, from them, like, whatever the case is, so we can put this into the chat and hopefully get some people reaching out.
Yeah, that's a great question. And that is the work that we do on a daily basis. That is how we are growing KSB TV as a network, by focusing on all those things you just said, right? So for one, by visiting our webpage and engaging on our website, whether that means going to the KSB.TV shop and getting some tour merch, right, or something like that, whether it's pre-buying your ticket for an event that's coming to your city, even though the tour doesn't start until 2023. We listened to Richard. We implemented a ticket price because although we love doing this, and the guys want to give back to the community, and they funded all these workshops on the last tour, people don't value the learning experience if they feel like it's just been given to them, right? So the intention is not to make money off of these events. It's really just to pay for the event, right? There's no reason that the ticket price can't go to cover the cost of the venue and the catering and whatever else that's associated with that. So now we've implemented a ticket price to our full day workshop events, where it's not just two guys that are giving their earnest spiel about how wonderful this product is and how much it changed their life, but now it's tons of Hexicans and influencers that are contributing their education to these events, to have various sessions, from topics like intro to DeFi, security, whether it's NFT projects, or how to use PulseX, and all these different things.
Oh, come on, Big Pep.
We had everybody on our tour.
Dude,
everybody.
Are you kidding me? He's like a celebrity to me. I love Big Pep.
Yeah.
We got to get Big Pep
awesome.
on here one day. But these pictures are absolute. Seeing all these guys, I saw there was a picture on a boat with funding him, like 5 or 6 other guys. Like, wow.
That was Patrick's party, right? His birthday party. We got 2 yachts. We had a mansion. We did the OG party. All the OGs were coming. It was amazing.
Do you guys? I have the video pulled up. Do you want to transition into the golf tournament?
Exactly. Let's do that.
Because that's that's the mission on the table right now, right? Like,
yeah, well, it's the kickoff, right? That is how we propel into next year. The post tour will happen, but what we had to learn, what we had to accept, is that we're not on our timeline. We're on Richard's timeline. We do not know when Post Chain will drop. It could come out tomorrow. It could come out in January. And so we can't just keep living day to day like Post Chain is on the way, because truth is nobody knows, right? So we've already just made the decision to go ahead and push the Million Post Tour as far as the workshop events that focus on Post Chain. to 2023. And now our Million Post Tour activities for 2022 will focus on collaborating, meeting the other people that are building things on Post Chain, people like Internet Money, people like Power City, and really learning about what they're doing before we start our tour, right? We don't want these people coming out to shill to our Hexagon people, and we haven't vetted them first. We haven't seen what their projects are about, seeing if they're culpable to rug pull, and all these kind of things. So by going ahead and pushing the workshop events into next year, we have the time to really do our research to find out that we are supporting the right projects that can help support and build Pulse Chain. So for 2022, we're doing a golf tournament, and then we're also going to be doing some master classes that involve early crypto education, focused primarily on Hex and on having a wallet, having your own keys, right? Being your own bank. So that's what we'll focus on in 2022. The golf tournament is our first huge event. Oh, sorry about that.
You're good.
It is the kickoff to PostCon. PostCon has the potential to do amazing things to highlight Post Chain and and to get the word out there. Being at Resort World with those huge what do you call them, digital walls where they can display logos and all that. So the KSB team, we wanted to be a part of that. We want to support PostCon, and we want as many people to come out as possible. And so we planned a golf tournament on Labor Day, the very first day of the week, Monday. The PostCon starts on Tuesday. So we're encouraging you to come out, on the weekend and actually network and meet the people behind all the products. Because when you get to PostCon, you're going to hear about their products, right? You're going to learn about what everybody is doing, but there's going to be thousands of people there. So are you really going to have the opportunity to make a real connection with a founder and ask real questions and really get to know that person? It's hit or miss.
That network thing is like if somebody's new to crypto, or even if they've been in for a little bit, one of the most valuable, in my opinion, things somebody can do is make friends with somebody else who's in crypto that you respect and trust their opinion and just their thoughts that you can bounce things off of, because that's how you can grow faster, right? Sometimes people can feel like recluse or just alone because the crypto space is not super mainstream yet. Yeah, we feel it's mainstream because we fucking talk about it all the time, but most people don't. So making these events are awesome for like meeting people, and these people, like as you can see, the three of you guys here have built relationships and met so many other people as a byproduct of this, right? It wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to go to this thing and get the education. Yeah, cool. That's dope. That's awesome, right? Maybe you'll like invest in something that you think is cool, right? Well, at the same time, the valuable thing that could be super impactful over the next 20 years or longer in bringing more fulfillment and happiness or whatever to your life is meeting friends or people that you can build businesses with or create and impact the world in a positive way. So I just want to say that around the networking piece of it, because it's not like talked about enough kind of thing. I'm curious to see what this actual video is like. This is the preview to what you guys are going to be doing, I believe.
I'm going to be dressed. All I know is I'm going to be dressed sharp. Real sharp.
Yeah, right before you play it, this is just a intro video to explain what we are doing. The event will be much grander, much like a party on the golf course. I mean, we've got Hex ladies that are coming out. I mean, you should hear some of the ideas that they're throwing around. They're trying to raise money for their holes, so they're like, we'll wash your balls, for a donation, talking about those golf balls. But I mean, it's going to be a great time. I've talked to so many different communities outside of Hexagons, but people that are invested in building up Pulse Chain. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to have to get a much better video that really shows you, what kind of stuff we're going to be getting into.
Oh, this be good. Whoops. Go ahead. My bad. Let's get this started. Dope.
And like you said, Kalen, this is just an introduction video to share to all your friends to say, hey, hexagons are amazing. Let's network. Let's have also fun and play golf. Let's also win 2 and 3 million PLSX. There's all kinds of opportunities there. So let's make that happen. Definitely everybody share that video right now. That would help
I'm
a
going
lot
to
already.
share that on my Instagram. I'm going to try to get a couple teams. Or the teams are 2, right?
Let's get into it. What is the golf tournament? How is it looking? We can even go to KSB TV/golf and see all of the details about the tournament. And Kalen can explain how everything will work.
Yeah, sure. While you're pulling that up, just give a big shout out to KG and Internet Money, that team over there.
Awesome.
They are the sponsors of the hole-in-one $20,000 cash prize on a par 3. There's one specific hole on the course that if you are able to hit that hole-in-one, you could be the winner of $20,000 cash. So big shout out.
They're just cashing it up, baby.
That
Let's go.
would be a nice hex buy.
Yes.
So, guys, you heard it here first. One of the holes is sponsored by KG, our boy over at Internet Money, coming out with the Pulse Chain Premier Wallet. And they're sponsoring a hole. And if you get a hole-in-one when you're on that one, and a lot of these guys know how to golf, you know what I mean? Like, these guys are going to be golfers. So, it happens on occasion. I've seen it happen, especially when a hole, guys, that's pretty cool. And that would be really like celebration. Like, you can imagine it would be pretty cool if someone hit that in, everyone be going crazy. If GRC won't be getting any holes-in-ones. But I'm really excited about this because, you asked me to be a part of it. And I'm, before we get into the specifics on the actual golf part, because I'm no golfer, but all my friends are golfers. Like, I'm just that one black sheep dude who just looks at crypto all day, but they golf and they drink alcohol all day long. Well, they take breaks, but I know that scene. I understand that scene. So I've been texting my buddies over the last 3 or 4 days in groups of 2. And I'm like, dude, I don't even mention the crypto right away. I'm like, Vegas, cash prizes, tournament, golf. And they're just like, sounds good to me. Like, I'll see you there. So I've been actually rounding up some of my old friends, see if I can make a little party out of it. But when it comes to the golf part, like the actual golf part where we're playing, okay? So what does that look like? How many teams? Is there a limit, or how does that kind of look? I'm not a golf guy.
Sure. So we have 2 shotgun start times. If you know the golf community, real golfers, they like to get up early. They like to get out there. So we have the 7 a.m. start time for the real golf community. Teams of 4. It's all foursomes. It is a max of 120 golfers at each session. That is where we max out. So 7 a.m. and then for the Vegas crowd, right? We're in Las Vegas. We're probably gonna go out the night before, wake up casually. Then we have a 1:30 shotgun start time. And that is where it's much bigger than golf, right? Yeah, there's golfing that's happening. Yeah, there's drinks that are flowing. But we also have Freddie Quotes coming out, shooting a music video. He calls me like a couple times a week to say, hey, have you found me a Lambo golf cart yet? So who knows what's up his sleeve as far as what he's trying to do on the golf course. We're collaborating with some coins that, this is Las Vegas that work in Pornhub and, with strippers. And this is a streamed event, right? That's one thing that our community likes. They like to, if they can't make it out, they like to feel like they're a part of the event. So we have a full buyout. We have a private clubhouse where we can set up streaming stations where all the different influencers that come through can come and talk. We might put a helmet on you, Jim Rat, with the GoPros on every side so that you can just hit one of those golf carts and just show the whole, the whole tournament. Like I said, it is this second part. We're trying to get some exotic car company to come out to where if Hexicans want to rent a car for the 3 days of PulseCon, then they can pick that up right there at the golf tournament. We're doing a lot of things to make this an event, right? Bigger than golf, but that is the opportunity to, if you're a person that's by yourself, you're an individual and you don't know anybody, right, you will be put on a team of 4. So that automatically gives you somebody to come and hang out with in Vegas to, talk to for at least a couple hours. That's what golf does.
So there's going to be also a lot of people who are not interested in golf, but they like meeting people, right? And they like networking around crypto, right? And they might like to be a part. So is this just like, if you guys maybe sometime in the future, or can you talk about that? Because I'm sure you've probably thought about that. How can people who are not interested in playing golf actually get involved or, participate or enjoy this event?
Sure. So number one, there is a spectator pass because there will be a full buffet both after the first shotgun and after the second. So because there's food and drinks provided, you will need to have a spectator pass so that you can have full access to the clubhouse and to the event. And that does include your food and beverage. So that is listed there. But in addition to that, I would say find out who's sponsoring a hole. They get some spectator passes, maybe volunteer to help them at their table, right? If the Crypto Sparkle team, they have sponsored a hole and they get 4 spectator passes and they're going to be golfing. So nobody's going to be, they don't have anybody with them at their hole, passing out drinks or passing out, flyers or whatever it is, then maybe you can get in that way, right? You can team up with somebody. I'll volunteer to help you at your hole if you get me a spectator pass. You know what I mean? Like, we want the people to come out and you can communicate with me. I know, of course, all the people that are involved. You tell me, hey, I'd really like to volunteer. I can't really, pay for a ticket, but I really want to, be there. Then just communicate with us. I'm sure we can put you to work.
Kaylin, I just clicked on register now, and then you see also the ticket prices and so on. Are there some tickets you want to talk about? We have spectator pass, for example, individual golfer pass. Like, do you want to talk about some prices and what people can do with a bronze sponsorship, for example?
Sure. Can you go to the main page where we can see the breakdown easily?
The main page of
the golf tournament. So,
and guys, if you know people that could be a potential sponsor for the event, you saw the bronze there, they could get a whole spot. And I don't know exactly what it comes into it, but that's pretty cheap to have any kind of advertising in a direct crypto situation where people are actually, most people have wallets that are there. Obviously, I would say most people at this event would have a smart wallet. And, I'm just thinking on my feet here, like it's pretty good advertising, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
From some rich people too, probably some rich ass people too, just,
Do you want to see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go down to bronze. Because that you can sign up as an individual. That basically pays your green fees, your cart fees, makes you eligible for prizes. You can sign up as a foursome. It saves you a little bit money if you already know your team. You come with your team of 4. Those are just golf packages. But if you want to be involved at a higher level, as the Post Doge community, the Maximus community, the Heatron community, and you want to come out and represent your crypto, then you can do like a bronze sponsorship where you get one team of 4. That team gets their meal tickets, their lunch or dinner buffet. You also get 4 additional spectator passes that can be used for, guests to just hang out at the clubhouse, or they can be your guests that are operating your hole. You get swag bags, you get 1 rental club set, right? Because we realize that people are traveling in from out of town. A group of foursome, as long as you have 1 set, you're good to go. You'll have a customized flag at that hole with your logo, your branding. You have the option to bring out your customized tent. Like, I know the hex.com hole, we have a big branded hex tent, right? That will be out there at that hole. We'll recognize you on our website with your logo, your link. You'll be recognized in the live stream of the day of cast. You'll be recognized in the event program and then on the welcome banner as well.
Hell yeah. Bronze. So you guys got a lot of stuff lined up here for multiple different segments of people.
Right. because basically it operates in two types of sponsorships. Either it's a type of sponsorship where you have a team of golfers, you want them to be branded in your, your maxi apparel, and you want to play in the event, right? Or there's the type of sponsorship where, you want to support this event, you want to get your brand out there, but you know that you physically cannot be there. And so then we offer like the 18-hole sponsorship or the 36-hole sponsorship, where we will actually even hire a table attendant to work your hole for you, right? So you can still send out all your marketing and promotional material. Just for example, let's say Shields. Maybe he wants to sponsor a hole and he wants his shields out there, but he knows that he can't come. Right. So then we'll have a lady that will come and stand at the table and pass out his flyers and give out coupon codes.
Shield Masters is quite the golfer, though. I've already been in here. He's quite the golfer. So I'm going to try to drag him out there with some shields, with some cool custom, with the website where people can put on like a custom, whatever, all the stuff that he does over there.
Yeah.
And because that can also, for anyone who has a company out there, it doesn't have to be necessary. Shield Masters has nothing to do with crypto other than he likes some random logos that I promote on Hex and Pulse Chain. So I think it's interesting. Some of these brands that are more so direct, what's it called? Like merch of any sort, I guess would be the word for it. You can come out there too and represent, because crypto is the future. Get involved with these companies, intertwine with them. There's nothing wrong with the company that invests in some Hex. That's going to be a better company in 2 years.
And actually, you know what is funny? Funny is that Hexagons buy everything. If there's the Hex logo on it, Hexagons will buy it.
Yes, they will.
We had lands, like if you're a creator, if you're an artist, if you want to make like Hex art, come sponsors a hole, and I think you'll be successful. I think Jim and Crypto, you can talk about the success story when it comes to Shield Masters. You sold how many shields in what a time? Just because it's
so
the Hex logo?
I think once the community made the design, I said, hey, Hex community, see if you can make a design for the shield. 5 people, 5 minutes later, sent like 3 beautiful like mock-ups, like perfect. It was like gold key. Everyone was sending mock-ups. And then we voted on them. And then so we said, which one's the coolest? And it ended up being this one here that everyone knows and loves right here. And then he retweeted it, and then it was the bull market. So guys, you know how that goes. He was like locked in his house for like 2 months, just working, because they hand paint all of them and do all this stuff. And then now we're sponsors. So it's been great having benefit from the Hex community, having some excessive income where they could buy some things that are a little bit more expensive for their man caves. Because the type of people that are often excited about Hex sometimes have a little bit of excess income. They kind of go to, not all of them, of course, depending on when you got in, but you know what I mean? Some of those OGs, they're not living the same life they did in buying a $500 something, or art, or a car, something a little more expensive. It's in the ballpark for a lot of these guys. So it's interesting for advertising.
That's cool. Can you also give a little bit of a preview? I know you had talked about the master classes, or is there anything else we need to cover on the golf? Because I'm curious. You were talking about the teachings and different speakers and stuff, and I that was like, oh, that's interesting to me. Golf isn't something that I do particularly well or often, so I'm like, I want to learn about these classes.
That's actually perfect. So we can go to KSB TV and screen share again. Well, let me make the screen a little bit bigger. There you see Patrick and me with an awesome house. We have our cars lined up. That's what we did at every place.
You guys have the best pictures in all of crypto.
Well, we made sure we pay a lot of money for our photographers, so they were motivated to do a lot of pictures, and that's what we have now. I have like tons of pictures that when somebody is saying Hex is a scam, bam, I give them pictures. It works awesome. And
and also, guys, if you also want to have access to some awesome pictures because you're a meme creator or whatever, then just go to hex.photos, and there you can also find a lot of those awesome pictures.
I think almost all pictures should be on hex.photos. Also, free tool for the hexagons. When you come to our events, you will find free pictures of you with the Hex R8, for example, with you and other OGs. Like when Big Pep, for example, is there, or Kareem is there, people want to take pictures with them, and that's what we provide them with our photographers. I thought that was really, really cool that we did. But Kellen, what do we, the guys see here right now? It's like in 4 different parts, right?
Sure. Just can we actually take off the screen share for a second? Just because what Sam is asking about is not on the website as of yet. What Abid is showing is the workshop events for the Million Post Tour that are focused on Post Chain, and that is in 2023. What Sam is asking about is our Hex Focus master classes that we are working on putting together for October and November, likely in California, Los Angeles, and maybe another city. And so really what we were looking at is the fact that we are onboarders. We are teachers, we are educators in the cryptocurrency space, and to not spend this time in the bear. Like my husband says it best all the time, you build in the bear, right? That is what you should be doing. So to be sitting on our fingers waiting on Post Chain to drop, it's just that we're not making the best use out of our skills and abilities. So right now, with Patrick and Abid's help, we are creating a let's say, what do you call it, Patrick? Like a template, a PowerPoint, a presentation of information, drawing from the last tour and then adding to it, and then pulling in other people. People like the LVC team, right? That we know they're in PR, that they, can't necessarily, come to California for these events, but they are very much so willing to stream in and to be a resource where people in person can say, hey, I have a question. Can you help me with this? So that's what we're looking at putting together for October and November. Just maybe like anywhere from 50 to 75 spots, a smaller type venue. But just still taking on from what we did in the last tour and just not letting that steam go.
Okay,
Yeah,
I wasn't actually aware. Sorry,
I mean, it's not like 100% decided how the educational part will look like, but I can already give you like a little overview. So it's we still want to have the venue like for the whole day, so it should be a whole day event, where people just come between 9 and 10 a.m., like get a welcome drink or something like that, get in touch with each other a little bit. Then we have 2 sessions, like 10 to 11, 11 to 12, where we first session make introduction into digital assets and how to be your own bank. And in the second hour, really go into workshop style, where the people get their first MetaMask wallets, or where they get the breakdown of wallets in general, but and might be able to purchase a hardware wallet on the spot as well. So that's like also an idea of mine to just purchase 10, 20 ledgers or something like that, to have them available for people who want to say, okay, I want to be the safest from the get-go. Here is your hardware wallet, and set it up together with us, and learn how to do all of that. Then we have the mid break, and then after the break, I would like to start with a Q&A, because then people got information, they got to do something, they got a break to get air into their brains, and then after that, I would likely to start just with a short introduction, which leads into a Q&A session, and then that's like where I am at this point of time right now. So because then it's questionable, okay, how much do you really overwhelm the audience from there? Because are you then only talk about Hex? Are you talk about crypto in general without naming, or are you hammering down like 10 different projects? So that's like the span we could go to. I haven't figured it out, like what would be the best thing. And then if in October and November Pulse Chain is already live, I would say that there is one session of Pulse Chain strategies, and if it's not live, then there is one session of Pulse Chain strategies. So either way, you can make that happen. And then, of course, in the last session, there would be again a Q&A, like where it's the Q&A about the crypto stuff. So first we have it about security and the how to be your own bank, and in the afternoon the Q&A would be questions about crypto and how to get in and out and strategies and all that stuff. And the last thing of the last session would be the giveaways.
Nope. That's going to be cool, and creating more friendships and all that kind of thing. Abit, you had started to get into the Pulse tour, and
Exactly.
I wasn't aware that they were two separate things. So,
But it was born a little bit because
let me hear for a moment. The main difference is since the start of the Hex tour, what we actually want to do is give each and everybody who comes to a workshop a few bucks of crypto into their own wallet. Because what is for me the biggest thing for new people is the fear of the first few clicks, the fear that they make something wrong in the first few steps, because they are just uneducated and don't know really what to do. But they know kind of, okay, there is like no bottom of forgot password or call customer support or something like that. So they have more fear in them, and I want to take exactly this fear from them. But I need Pulse Chain for that, because then I can have the registering process between 9 and 10, that everybody who has not a crypto wallet yet just gets a quick introduction and wallet set up there, and already like maybe with this QR code, scan it, and then mint your few bucks of Pulse, for example. By having that set up front of the first session, then I can really show how to swap from one coin to another, how to stake, how to validate, how to provide liquidity. And I can do all of that with a value of like $10, because each and every transaction will only cost me less than a penny.
Yeah, that's going to be dope.
Yeah.
To
and
be able
that's
to bring
that's the main difference. So maybe if Pulse Chain launches before PulseCon, then we will already like try the system with our crypto masterclasses in October and November, because we have the blockchain, obviously, and then we also have like 2 events which might not be so big as the events for the 1 Million Pulse Tour, but where we can already try it out, because I'm not 100% sure how it will look like if 100 people show up within an hour who don't have a wallet yet. So I'm not sure if I'm able to set them up that fast.
And let's jump into the site KSB TV. We have only watched the one side where it comes to the golf tournament. Let's get a little overview of everything a little bit, so people see that what we are doing here, KSB TV, this became the life of us, of Kaylin, of Patrick. We are full-time in it. That's why I mentioned that we are even paying people, because we are full-time in it. We got a lot of work done, and here we even want to collaborate with artists and do NFTs, but that's a topic for another day. Here you also find the cities that we want to dedicate on, but I just want to show you guys this is our life, and we have a lot of planned. And this is why we did the master class, because we saw, okay, Pulse Chain is not launching soon. We still want to onboard, or we want to do the direct marketing, right? And this is how the master classes were born. But also the tournament, PulseCon, that's where we will go. And here you see all the tentative days, which are not valid anymore. But let's jump into the next thing that we have going on here, the workshops. And this is something that we have planned.
There was like one really nice thing, like at the last page, that said like Hex Cruise.
Oh yeah, of course, we have the Hex
Anybody
Cruise
wants
going on.
to know anything about the Hex Cruise?
Yeah, why not?
Where do I meet see that out, the Hex Cruise?
It was on the homepage. So those events are
there we
actually those dates are actually pretty good. They have been updated. They are dates in 2023. So those tentative dates likely will not change. But the new dates allow us to do a tour schedule that incorporates our cruise. Where before our tour was going to end before the cruise, now the cruise is kind of like a part of the tour. When we go through Florida, We're going to stop in Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to go have 4 beautiful days in the Bahamas with all the Hexicans that want to join us. We haven't promoted it a lot because I am a busy person and I do have to book each person that wants to come with us.
Cool.
But we do already have I want to say 10 rooms that are booked on this cruise already. And so,
dope.
by the time we get to April, I could see us taking over half of this boat. I don't want to take over the whole boat because I feel like the more no coiners and non-Hexicans that are there, the bigger stir we're going to make, right? If you see 150, 200 people dressed like Hexicans and Posicans dress, you're definitely going to ask more about, who these people are.
Who wants to be roommates with GRC?
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Roommates with
All right.
GRC on the Hex Cruise 2023, and we're going to party our socks off. I'm going to bed at 10 p.m. though, not a dime later. I'll party all day, but I'm going to bed early. I gotta let everyone know now, so no expectations.
Here we have day 4, Nassau, Bahamas. This is just an example, but the Crypto Sparbook team has also has been in the Bahamas, and we swim with the pigs. So there could be special events where you could then also go and visit your favorite Hexican and do a special event. So we are planning all kinds of stuff. But I would like to go back to the Million Pulse Tour. And talk about that. What you have seen so far was just a masterclass that we want to do, and this was born out of necessity because we did know, okay, Pulse is going to come out later. So we are working on these workshops for a long time, and we have contacted a lot of Hexicans already that want to help us presenting, for example, because the last tour was only about Hex. Now we are talking about Pulse Chain, Pulse X, and other people want to talk about other topics as well, right? So we need Hexicans speaking about that. And if you are a Hexican, if you are knowledgeable about anything, basically, please contact us. And here you see a list of people we have already signed up for. But let's get into this part here, because I think this is exactly what the Million Pulse Tour will be all about. Patrick, you know the most about that. You want to talk about this?
Yeah, I mean, basically that was the breakdown I already gave, and here you can look it up again,
Visualize
in written words, and as we will start the tour next year, and I also needed first Pulse Chain to be out, in order to create such a presentation for how to maneuver yourself onto the Pulse Chain. So without the Pulse Chain being live, it's a little hard to make it too specific already. But yeah, as you can see, we have broken it down into 5 sessions. The first 2 sessions more for the no coiner stuffs, and then there will be also an opportunity for people who are already into the space, who are saying, the security and wallet and how to get in and out of markets and blockchain and introduction of cryptocurrency. I already know that. They can only come for the afternoon part, where it is more about the specific crypto coins, the how to swap, about strategies as well. And then this 4th hour, this will be the opportunity of the of other community to come in and speak about their specific project, for example. And then the last hour, the session 5, will be the longest one, because there is a long Q&A because we are not, the people are not coming for the people are coming for us, but we are there for the people. So what I like to do is those Q&As. So last 2 hours will be dedicated for that, and then the giveaways as well. So and
But
on
I
the
just
1
want
million
to-
Pulse tour, so on the 1 million Pulse tour, there will be at least 1 million pulse what you can win. And even if it's the 1 million Pulse tour, I already said that the hexiest Hexican on each and every workshop will also be able to win 1,000 hex.
And what I wanted to show here and highlight is the session 4 that we have, because now the NFT artists, for example, are able to come to our events and speak about their NFTs, right? Present their products to people that have Hex already, are in crypto, already have Pulse and Pulse X, or encapsulated states, right? We use that word because there is Hedron, now we have other stuff as well. If you are a developer, then I think this is your chance to present your crypto or your community to people that are already ready to buy. They just want to know about it, you know. So I think this is a great chance.
Sam, we got to get our stuff together before this, so we can present our project.
Exactly.
Yes.
We need
Yeah.
the speakers,
We should
right? So
put Jim Rat Crypto and Sam Stolt on our list of future speakers as well, huh?
Yes,
exactly.
If we could speak
in the green
if
room,
I could speak from, for sure. I'll definitely. Obviously I can't tell because I don't know the exact dates, but I will definitely go for at least visual. But then we'll see when the dates come out because I just, I can't be 100% certain.
but
I
I
said you
already
go
asked
on
Jim
tour
at
with us
crypto.
with the Pulse Chain supercar.
Yes, I would
Get like all
do
the
anything to be inside of the Pulse Chain supercar. So probably my plans will change depending on that. But guys, we're gonna wrap up here. You guys can come on whenever you have an update. You just let me know. I'm doing like the crypto in the morning, and then when I have like more update stuff, I'm doing crypto in the evening. But today I didn't have any updates, and I wanted to bring you guys on because we're all kind of, I'm gonna go to this event personally, so that's why I had them on today. And I'm excited, like if I could meet 2 or 3 of these really smart guys in person and sit down with them and talk, you guys know me. I just want to, I just want 20, 30 minutes with some of these guys where I can pick their brains. And that's a lot of what this is. You guys go around the country talking to other guys, learning, getting better all the time. And if anyone wants to be a part of any of this stuff, we're going to drop all the links below. KSB TV, guys. Yeah. KSB TV, the Crypto Sparbuck team. What does that mean again?
Crypto
savings account.
That's perfect. Crypto savings account, Crypto Sparbuck. You know who these guys are. They're all over the place. They're not going anywhere. Pulse Chain Hex, not going anywhere except to the moon, guys. We're in a macro nightmare. Make sure you protect yourselves. Don't overinvest or over collateral your situations. You want to make sure you're safe for your families and your children. If you have those things, and you want this could be, I'm just talking about finances and stuff. This is crypto, guys. Never over leverage yourself. We want you to be safe. First off, safety first. Try not to listen to people with financial incentives to wreck your bags, guys. You know the deal here. We want to be truthful, transparent. We want to change the world, and we like to bring guys on that are doing the same thing, and we like to collaborate and support those people. So guys, hex.com, pulsechain.com, pulsex.com, KSBTV/everything that you want, and a cruise, a golf tournament, whatever you want. Just KSBTV, guys.
I definitely have to say something more. Like this, what we are planning, we will do it, right? And now it's just a matter of how big will this be. Will this bring the virality that we want to see in Hex and Pulse Chain and Pulse X, or not? Right? This is why we want to come out to the Hex community. And I want to share one more screen. This is really important because the Hexicans have to know what do we have to do now to make this thing happen. We not only need the speakers, but also we have to talk about the funding. And this is the last screen that I want to share. So just bring it up really quick. And then we go into the partnership. We just look at this picture one quick time because I know we have to leave. But there are a lot of things that we Hexicans can do to promote the Million Pulse Tour. And you will find everything on KSBTV/sponsorship. And while you are on it, just go to pumphex.com just because it's a cool domain. That's where I spend all my free time. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us. It was a blast.
You heard it here first, guys. The KSB TV, they're not going anywhere. We're going to be here. We're going to all get extremely, disgustingly wealthy off Pulse Chain and Pulse X. And we're going to try to spread the word to as many people that are searching for financial freedom, which a lot of people are right now, because we all know that they're getting over leveraged by the system. They're all going, the whole deal, guys. Inflation, the whole deal. Guys, thank you so much for everything you do. Sam, you are absolutely locked and loaded today. Thank you so much. Sam's coming out with videos every single day on the newest things that he finds in crypto. And he's coming up with deep dives, showing you guys his process as he makes it through the crypto space. The Crypto Sparbuck team, Black Hexican, KSB TV.
Thank you, guys.
You guys have been absolutely amazing.
And
I think
proof.
I think we know. And Patrick, it was great to meet you. This is the second time we met. Great to meet you. You're an awesome guy, and I actually watch some of your stuff when you go on interviews. When you start talking about crypto, it's very insightful. So thank you very much for everything you guys do. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll end it with Richard Hart, of course.
Young folks, you tripping on them motherfucker.
Richard Hart. Richard Hart.
Bought my hex from the fucking start. .1 every day we mark. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Checking my MetaMask moving. Look at the hex, he is mooning. Looking at wives they be choosing. Peter is why they be losing. Pull chains out and they'll get me a check. He's gas up and it got me a mess. Remember the times he died collect. Hex I been eating, I'm dying in the best. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Richard Hart.